Hey detectives, this is Dario, your community manager for June's Journey, and we're joined today by...
Hi detectives, my name is Zeba. I'm the lead producer for Liveops in June's Journey, and I'm joined today by...
Hello again detectives, I'm Ben, I'm the game director on June's Journey.
Well, we have them here today and we might as well ask a few questions. What do you think? Let's go. So we would like to know what's cooking, what new content is coming to June's Journey.
One thing I'm very proud of is every week, ever since we have launched the game, we deliver our players a new chapter, and that means new stories, new thing that's happening in June's life, and I think that's tremendous. Secrets in other events that we have, for example travels, when June travels to multiple countries and she's always in a new place, and not just stories, we have amazing decorations that the players decorate the islands with, and players get a chance to get those decorations every month and new. And
we also love seeing players tell a story with the decorations as well. Like we get submissions from our players, and we circulate them around the team, and yeah, some of the things they do with the decorations is really
Absolutely.
inspiring.
It's one of the best part of my job at Wooga, to read all these stories and to see the decorations that you all send us. Speaking of new things, there are new stories, new decorations, but also there are new gameplay things added to the game constantly. Is there anything we can talk about?
Yeah, I mean, we're always working on new features for the game. So, since June's Journey released back 7-8 years ago, we've added secrets, we've added club mysteries, we've added all these lovely features, and obviously most recently we added the block puzzle mini game in the detectives cabin, which hopefully all of our detectives have been playing. So yeah, we're really excited to see the feedback from that. I think everyone's taken it very positively. It's not necessarily it's not hidden object, but it's in keeping with the style of gameplay. So we're happy that it's been appealing to June's Journey players nonetheless. So yeah, over time we're always looking to add new gameplay mechanics and keeping the game fresh. And we are working on a couple of things in the background, which I can't talk about just yet. But yeah, new gameplay coming soon over the summer. We're even working on a new addition to the block puzzle. So the block puzzle that you see in the game today isn't the final article. We'll continue to work on it, and we're looking to add some kind of like daily rewards feature to block puzzles, so that the players can work their way towards a prize if they come back every day. So yeah, it's not just about adding new features, but we're also looking to build on features that already exist.
Indeed, indeed. You touch upon a very important topic here. New content is not necessarily the only way you can make a game fun and engaging, also revisiting and updating the existing content, right? Is there anything else you can think of that is being worked on that is a reiteration of the content we already have?
Well, I think one of the most recent iterations we did was on Jack's deliveries, because that's obviously something that players use on a daily basis. So adding the ability to spend gold to go on the deliveries was an important one for us. And yeah, like I said, the addition to the block puzzle mini game, but we're also looking at other ways as well. So always open to feedback.
Well, I have to ask, since you mentioned Jack's Delivery and gold, there are many suggestions out there. And one of the suggestions that our players are asking if they could be using gold to get other resources. Is there anything you can let us know about how that could be looking?
So gold was built originally obviously for upgrading buildings, and we need to make sure that if we're finding other uses for gold, that it's done in a very meaningful way, so we don't break the game, because that's actually quite easy to do. So there's no plans at the moment to allow players to sort of trade gold for other things. Really what we're doing is looking for ways to allow them to use it meaningfully in gameplay, and Jack's Deliveries was the first step there, and we'll see how that goes, and maybe try and roll it out in future if we get some, if players enjoy that and they find a use for it.
Perfect. I would like to use the Jack's Deliveries feature to talk a little bit about player feedback. We've introduced these changes based on what players have been asking, right? Are there any other changes that you can think that have been driven by player feedback, and how is this feedback listened, received, and then what actions do you take?
Yeah, I mean, I think depending on who you ask on the game team, there's multiple ways that we get player feedback. So for me personally, I look at our email address. So there's a feedback email. For those that don't know, you can send us emails, and we read them every day. And and we respond in most cases, and actually listen to the feedback and take that into account when we're planning our year and whatever we build. So the feedback channel, obviously we look at all of the social media sites as well, just to see what players are talking about, and we run surveys in the game as well. So obviously if we need to know something specific about what players love, about certain features or don't love, then we'll run a survey, and we definitely take that into account when we're designing and thinking about the future.
I mean, our goal, just want to iterate, is that to bring all of you a fun experience. So if you want something and what you care about is what we deeply care about, and using Gold and in Jack's delivery is something that we wanted to do for you. And as well as we got the feedback on improving club competitions and how we can give you a better experience there, and we got the pause button in club competition because it was there for a very short period of time and you wanted it to have the ability to pause it, to come back and to play on it. And I think that was a good addition that we added.
But that's also another area where we iterated on a feature. Yeah. So we added the pause button, and we got player feedback from, through the email, through the social media channels. So we've now made a change to move the pause button so players don't accidentally hit it when they're trying to play the club competition.
This is a great example of how player feedback can actually help us create a feature, but also iterate on a feature and update it. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing that with us. When you think about June's Journey for our players, what game do you envision? What game would you like June's Journey to be?
I mean, we would want June's Journey to be there for all, right? So if you are a solo player and you really enjoy playing by yourself and engaging in the content by yourself, you can do that. If you are a more social player and you want to play with your club and create a club experience together and also compete together, we want June's Journey to be that kind of game for you. And we keep on exploring how we can bring a better play style for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like Zeba says, we want to make sure that players can come into June's Journey with any mood, with any situation. If they're alone, they can just chill out with a cup of tea and play the game and relax and use it as a way to relax. But then also June's Journey is a very social game at the same time as well. So we have a very strong club space where people really build friendships, and we love seeing all of the clubs getting together in real life. That's amazing. And then we build features like Club Mysteries, which allows players to get together in their clubs and solve mysteries. So we try and cover all of those different bases in terms of what players want and the different situations they could find themselves in. And one area we're looking at the moment, which is interesting, is the social space is very strong in June's Journey. But obviously clubs is something that people get into eventually, but not everyone necessarily wants to be in a club. So we're looking at ways to offer social gameplay that doesn't require you to be in a club. So you can feel close to other players, you can get that sense of camaraderie, and even make new friends in the game. But it doesn't necessarily need to be in the club space. So that's definitely an area we're looking at the moment in our roadmap, and watch this space.
All right. So whether you're a solo player, whether you're a party animal in June's Journey, or you want to just have 1-2 connections to experience the social aspect of the game, eventually players will have all these options in the game.
Exactly.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for joining today, and thanks to all our detectives that tuned in for our Dev Talk today. We've heard so much about the game, and we've heard also that we're reading all the messages, so keep writing those emails to jjfeedback@vuga.com, write on Facebook, on Instagram, write also on YouTube, and why not leave a comment in the comment section below, and maybe we'll answer your question in the next video. That's all from our side. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, detectives!
June's Journey. Play now.